Alright, welcome everybody to yet another weekly stream. Thursday stream, I don't even know what to call these. A stream. The stream. Not just a stream, but the stream. So yeah, we're going to play some Last Gladiators Pinball. This is the V.9.7 version. This is a sort of a re-released version of Last Gladiators Pinball. Much less common to come across this one than the original release. So the original release came out in Japan, but it also came out in North America and Europe. The re-release version that we're playing here was Japan only and released in, I believe, limited quantities. So it's not something you see for sale all the time. Yeah, it's got some physics adjustments from the original and maybe a couple of other like message differences or things like that. But yeah, I was just kind of in a pinball mood today. I picked up a, well, I don't want to say cheap, but I picked up a home edition of the new Stern Spider-Man pinball machine yesterday. I wheeled it in, so I was like, you know what? Let's do some pinball on YouTube this week. I'll probably get like 0 people watching because it's pinball, but you know, whatever. I want to play some pinball. And I haven't played Last Gladiators in a little bit. I also showed this game off to a friend last weekend. He was like, this is really cool. And I kind of wanted to just keep playing it, but I wasn't able to, so... Andy, if you don't have anything nice to say, man, go away. I'll just leave it at that, man. Go away. Oh, this is gonna be a good stream, I can tell already. So how's everybody else doing aside from Andy? Yeah, well, excuse me, princess. All right. Trying to think of anything else I wanted to mention today in terms of stuff I've uploaded. Major Havoc did announce or did mention that thank you for the YouTube unboxing. Thank you, Major Havoc, for the package a couple months ago. I meant to upload that on YouTube several months ago, but yeah, finally got around to it. But thanks again, Major Havoc. Yeah, nothing else really going on. I mean, I've got the usual Let's Plays on Sundays. Hey, Larry G, how are you doing? And I've got follow-up to Doom 64's Let's Play on Sunday, this upcoming Sunday. And so for anybody just tuning in for a couple minutes, watch out on Sunday for that. And then people on Patreon will get yet another Nintendo game. And then a week after that, you guys on YouTube will get that. So, won't spoil what it is. It's one of my favorites. And then I actually recorded a SNES shmup for a Let's Play, so that'll be a couple weeks. And then I'm working on a Game Boy game. A pretty difficult Game Boy game, so hopefully we can get that recorded. But yeah. So let's jump into... I'm gonna play Warlock, because that's my favorite. So in Last Gladiators Pinball, whenever you start a new ball, you have you have 3 options you can choose from. If 2x playfield's lit, I generally prefer 2x playfield because that's double scoring, and I think it pretty much lasts the entire ball. So, I mean, if you're playing for score, that's kind of a no-brainer. And pretty much every table in Last Gladiators... Hey, Sinful, what's going on, man? Every table in Last Gladiators is set up pretty much the same way. You've got about 9 modes you can try to play through. And you can see on the screen it says Round White Wolf Ready. And that's basically the first mode that's available. So I'm going to go ahead and try to play that. If you get through all 9 modes, you get to the Wizard mode in the game. And you could try to play the modes out. So this mode I have to hit the wolf targets on the left. You can see them flashing. I'm going to actually just skip them and go for ramps, because if I go for lots of ramps, pending I get used to these physics, you can actually prepare multi-ball, and multi-ball can be worth a lot of points as well. So one thing that was changed with the 9.7 version is the physics were adjusted to make it harder to hit ramps, at least on certain tables. On certain tables it's actually easier to hit ramps. So on this table you have to hit the ball really, really early, almost unrealistically early, if you want to actually hit the ramps properly. But comboing the ramps back and forth, not even comboing them, but shooting the ramps back and forth, shooting the one that's currently lit, will progress you towards your main multi-ball. And so these are my 3 options: 10, 25 million, or start lit round. I'm going to go with start lit round because that just starts a mode automatically. So 2 modes out of 7. Reminds you of Epic Pinball on DOS. Epic Pinball is really not that great going back to it, but I have lots of nostalgia for that game. I played it a lot back in the day. I still love a lot of the music in the game, the graphic style and whatnot. We actually played some Epic Pinball. Well, that was a bad multi-ball. We played some Epic Pinball actually on one of my Twitch streams back in January, and that was pretty fun. Actually spent quite a bit of time with it. Table with the giant body. You are thinking Android, Super Android. That was actually the shareware table that was given out. So we're gonna do start lit round again as the option. 10 hits to add a ball. So this is actually a multi-ball as well. You have to hit a certain amount of shots or switches on the playfield. Switches can be anything like the in lanes that the ball just rolls over as it goes to your flippers, to the pop bumpers. And if you hit enough in a certain period of time, it'll add a ball. So let's see if we can get another ball added. And that's it. Once the timer goes away, then it's a scoring mode. So you have to actually shoot shots for points now. So all targets score 500,000. This is what they would call a fast scoring mode in a real pinball machine. Alright, so my main multi-ball is ready on the left, so I'm going to go ahead and try to... Never mind, I'm going to drain. So that's actually the end of the ball, or end of the game. That was a pretty awful game. So, we will play it again. So when you do judge again, you're not actually continuing, you're actually just starting a brand new game. So you can see my score reset, we're back on ball 1. All of my progress has been reset as well. Which is the pinball console? I'd say they're about even, Sinful, honestly. They both have exclusives that one doesn't have over the other, or on the other. So, like, PlayStation doesn't have Last Gladiators or Necronomicon, which, in my opinion, to me, they're the most fun pinball games from that generation. But the PS1 also has the Pro Pinball games, which have amazing physics. And really, really deep rule sets, but they're also, I don't know, there's something about them I don't quite like as much. Now, maybe if those were like real machines, I would feel better about them. But yeah, I'd actually call them about 50-50, honestly. Both PS1 and Saturn have that Technosoft Japanese pinball game that's kind of like Devil's Crush, Alien Crush, and whatnot. Both of them have True Pinball, and they're pretty much identical. Both of them have the first Pro Pinball, and I believe they're both identical. They both have Hyper 3D Pinball did come out on PS1, right? I'm gonna check that real quick. Hold on. Actually, it might have only been Saturn and PC. Okay, Hyper 3D Pinball didn't... It did come out on PS1. Not in North America. Is that Hyper 3D Pinball? I can't even see. Yeah, that's Hyper 3D Pinball. Okay. Wow, so it actually came out on PS1 in Japan. Interesting. Okay. Well, then both systems have Hyper 3D Pinball. Yeah, what else was there? PS1 has a bunch of like really crappy budget pinball games in Japan. So they're not really worth mentioning. Saturn has Pinball Graffiti. Not great, but I don't know. You might be able to get some enjoyment out of it. Yeah, Sinful. That's your answer. I would say that they're about even. But if you want the best experience, you're going to want pinball games on both. Oh, PlayStation's got the other Kaze pinball game, the Power Rangers Zeo pinball battle. So... Oh, and right as I said that, Larry G mentions it. Yep. Yeah, it's a pretty fun game, Larry. It's a pretty fun game. Now, I play real pinball, and I'm going to do a follow-up room tour video sometime in the near future that shows off my pinball machine, so you guys can see kind of where I'm coming from in that regard. So myself, personally, I much prefer more realistic pinball machines, and which is one reason why I veered towards like the last Gladiator game and Necronomicon, because they have more traditional like real pinball rule sets. Go through a certain amount of modes, get to a wizard mode, things like that, like clear goals to go for. And so like right now we're going to start a lit round, which gives us progress towards our wizard mode. Oh, and it's light extra ball too. That's good. I'm always a stickler for physics as well in my digital pinball games, which is why I'm not as big of a fan of a lot of you know, fantasy pinball games, because the physics are usually garbage and you have very little actual control over what's happening on screen. And so like here, Last Gladiators Pinball is lacking in physics as well in a lot of ways, but I can still do certain techniques that I'd be able to do on a real machine. I'm still trying to find my shots here. That's one of the things about this. Shoot again, because we got the extra ball. So longer timers, start lit round. We're gonna do start lit round again. Hey, Pin Mike. Yeah. Pinball Graffiti's, it's interesting. It's kind of ugly looking, and it kind of doesn't really move at a great rate, but I don't know. I was watching some old gameplay footage I recorded a couple years ago of it, and I don't know. I want to give it another try. I don't think I ever really messed around with the story mode on it, though. I pretty much just played each table individually. But yeah, basically on, you know, tables like Last Gladiators and whatnot, you can still use a lot of real-world pinball techniques, like the dead flipper bounce, or bounce pass as they call it, where you just don't flip as the ball comes down to a flipper. You just let it bounce from one flipper to the other, and that's how you can get control over the flow of the game. Like, oh, I need to hit the right ramp, but the ball's coming down to the right flipper. Oh, just don't flip. It'll bounce over to the left flipper, and then I can make a shot on that right ramp. So I'm going to actually just let this mode time out, and then, which I just did. I'm having a really hard time with that left ramp, though. There we go. Started our next mode. Oh man, this is embarrassing actually. I am not finding my shots. So we're gonna do start lit round again. There we go. Finally found that shot. So if you were playing on the North American version, these ramps are actually a lot easier to hit. Well, I should say the North American... Well, yeah, North American version. Why not? We'll just leave it at that. Remember, again, this is the 9.7 version, so they've adjusted the physics, and it's harder to hit ramps on certain tables. On other tables, it's easier. So, like, Night of the Roses, I believe, and the Samurai-based one... The Samurai-based one in particular, I just couldn't play at all in the North American version. But in this one, they made it to where those ramps are a lot easier to hit in that one. See, that was a bounce pass right there. And I'm going to try to shoot that left hole for multi-ball. Now, this is my main multi-ball. It's actually worth good points. And we're basically just going to be comboing ramps again, assuming I can hit that left ramp. There we go. And that's out. So it says I can shoot the bumpers, and I'm not going to bother with it. I just want to get to the wizard mode. We're 2 modes away. And as long as I don't brick my shots, we should be able to get there. Here we go. I don't think it's really cheaper on Saturn Pin Mic. I think it's probably about the same price. Alright, back to multi-ball again. Yeah, me too, Sinful. That's one of my favorite things about this and Necronomicon. I actually like it more in this, even though some of the music I enjoy more in Necronomicon. Because Necronomicon has this constant, like, talking over the tracks, and this kind of has it, but it's, like, in the background. And so you don't, it's not really as, like, noticeable. But yeah, I miss just, like, this style of, like, awesome video game rock and metal. And it really fits the theme of this game, too. There we go. Alright, so this is the last mode. And then we can play the wizard mode after this. So unfortunately this is a multi-ball mode. Now, last Gladiators and Necronomicon both had the same problem, and that is, you can shoot the same shot over and over to get lots of points. In last Gladiators, it's always the ramps. In Necronomicon, it's like loops and things like that. Alright, see if we can hit our wizard mode shot. Is it the right orbit? No, where is it? Is it the scoop? It's not clear. How do I start my wizard mode? I am really confused. Oh, this is the last mode, that's why. I have to wait till the mode's... Oh, what? Oh, we were only on ball 2. That's good. I'm gonna go with super kickback. This is unlimited kickback. Yeah, round last judgment is ready. Okay, I got confused in that last one. I was in the middle of a mode. I thought we were out of the mode. There we go. So here's our wizard mode. Last judgment. All ramps and lanes score 40 million. This is huge points. And that's it. We got almost 1 billion points from that. Hey, Miko. Hey, Amadeus. The physics seem great. I find the nudging a little weak. Yeah, the nudging is definitely a little weak in this game. It's one of my biggest issues with it. The physics are pretty decent, actually. Well, from a certain perspective, like bouncing the ball and things like that are good. But where you have to actually hit the ball in the flipper is a little weird. So like that shot I just made should have gone straight up the playfield, not at like a diagonal, not in a diagonal fashion like what happened. So I'm okay with ending the game right there. I basically got to the wizard mode, and if you're playing for score, the point is to just trying to do it as much as possible and trying to milk your wizard modes and your big multi-ball modes and whatnot as much as possible. But I'm pretty happy we got to the wizard mode. I think what I'm going to try to do is try to get to the wizard mode on every table. And it's going to be the same routine, basically. And that's one of the other issues with the Kaze pinball games in particular, is what they do is they come up with a rule set. They give you 4 different tables, or in the Super Nintendo ones, 3 different tables with some different shot layouts. But pretty much all the shots do the same across all the tables. They're just like in like different spots on the playfield. I think Necronomicon fixes this at least a little bit, because 2 of the playfields have upper flippers on that, but even those, like the upper flipper parts, they do the exact same as they do from one table to another. So And actually, we could play the Necronomicon demo. I can show you what that's like later tonight. Unfortunately, I actually sold my copy of Necronomicon because now I have a pseudo Saturn. I can play backups on Saturn, but I don't have a copy of Necronomicon. We're actually using the original Last Gladiators 9.7 disc right now. It's kind of hard to find, so I didn't want to get rid of it. So Dragon Showdown is the samurai-themed one, but we'll go with Gladiators. Georgia, no, nudging is a part of the game. That's what the tilt function is there for. So on a real pinball machine, you can push the machine as much as the tilt will allow you. If you push it too hard, you get tilt warnings, and then you eventually drain your ball. So nudging is a real skill in pinball, and there's a lot of other skills that go in hand with nudging, like smacking the side of the machine, pushing it back and forth, things like that. In some cases, kicking the machine. That wouldn't be legal in a tournament, and you probably don't want to do it in a bar, but it is something you can do to get the ball back up into play after it's drained. Lots of interesting things you can do on a pinball machine to keep your game going. But just general nudging and things like that, and smacking the machine is normal. And that, again, that's what the tilt function is for. If you move the machine too much, you tilt. So it's about shaking it enough without tilting. If you don't shake it at all, you're going to end up draining your ball way more often than you really have to. So the best pinball players know how to not just aim and catch the ball and things like that, and know the rule sets, but they also know how to keep the ball from going out those drains. So all right. So we're going to do a start lit round since it's available. Look at that. Extra ball again. So on this table, this is one of the tables with the biggest differences between the original release and the 9.7 version. And it's that center ramp. It's almost impossible to hit on the fly now. In the original Last Gladiators, you could just loop the center ramp over and over again. And I think I demonstrated it in my Let's Play. Like, look at that. That was an on-the-fly shot. Pretty much missed it completely. So I'm not going to be going for that shot at all. Unless I absolutely have to from, like, a cradle. But so we actually just got through our second mode. Whatever that was. I don't think I can post-transfer. No, let's, one of the other difficult things that they changed in this one is shooting, because basically what they did is going from the original Last Gladiators to the 9.7 version was adjusting the flipper angles, the shot angles. And so even like that multi-ball shot, the Coliseum on this Gladiators table is really tough to hit now. Whereas before it was really easy to hit. And so the ramp and the Gladiators, the Coliseum are both hard to hit now. Yep, Midnight Magic on the 2600. Alright, so we're gonna go with Super Kickback again. The kickback on the left out lane will kick the ball back into play. That's why it's called a kickback. And if you do Super Kickback, the kickback will never go away. Generally, the kickback goes away after you use it once or twice. Okay, so the issue I'm going to be running into is how do I get the ball back on the right flipper? Because it's really difficult to hit that, that center ramp, which will feed the right flipper. So you can see the game basically tells you like where you can shoot to get points. And I'm getting some pretty good points from this. And I guess it awards you your points after you're done with the mode. Since I've gotten 180 total. But it's obviously not actually being added to my score right now. And this is one of the issues with digital pinball right here, is if the physics aren't varied, then you're going to be able to just do the same thing over and over and over again, endlessly. Basically like this. The ball just keeps falling to my flippers without risk. And I could pretty much just do this all day if I wanted to. I don't even really need to trap it. I can just hit it on the fly. It's that consistent. See, they did a bounce pass there to get it on the right flipper. Another bounce pass right there to get it on the right flipper. Did some nudging. But I can't really fault this game too much for allowing you to do things like this. This was 1995 when this game came out, and for 95, it's really a fantastic looking game. It was one of the few Saturn games that was in high resolution for the entire game, and not just like the title screen. And so, especially if you play it on like an old CRT, it looks beautiful. You know, it's funny, we're going through the FrameMeister right now, and I actually think it looks worse in RGB, because it just kind of like sharpens everything out, and it's one of those few instances where the game actually looks better with a smoother filter around it. I mean, you can tell the game was definitely designed to be viewed on CRT technology. What I actually should do is try S-Video and see if, like, you know, the slightly more filtered look actually helps. But we are going through RGB right now on the Saturn. But we were actually playing this on my Sony Trinitron, just, you know, straight through composite. It looked awesome on the CRT last weekend when we played this. What I need to do is fire it up on the PVM. That'll look awesome. Alright, so what I'm probably going to do is just let a ball drain, because I'm guessing I can probably just do this all day. Did someone say pizza? Yeah, I actually made pizza today before starting the stream. And I've been trying to get away from cooking pizza before my YouTube stream, but, you know, I had a bunch of things I needed to do today, so, you know, I preheated the oven and let it run and cook the pizza while I was doing other things. Alright, there we go. Me saying that the middle ramp being hard to hit only makes you want to see it happen. Yeah, it's really tough to hit Sinful. Oh, wow. That sucks, Sinful. 320p. Oops. No, Georgia, it was 2600. Alright, we're going to start late round again. Gourmet frozen pizza. Well, I can afford gourmet frozen pizza right now. Now, for me, I mean, the best kind of pizza is just getting it from an actual pizza place, whether it's like a common delivery place or if it's just like a local New York style pizza joint. So to light your next mode in this, apparently you have to actually hit the center ramp, which will feed the right in lane. And this is another one of those switch hits to add a ball for multi-ball. Oh, wow, that... Okay. Wasn't expecting that. Start lit round again. Yeah, it really is, Tyler. Alright, so multi-ball is actually lit. I'm gonna try to start that. But again, it's a... Oh, there we go. Your sister is weak-willed. Dude, I'm kind of the same way, man. If there's pizza in the fridge, it'll be gone if I'm around. Arena jackpot. That's basically the super jackpot, I guess. We got a ton of points for it. And that's it. Still pretty happy with that. But it looks like you can actually hit the right ramp, or I should say the center ramp. It's more just the ramp. There's only one ramp in the playfield. But you can actually hit the ramp from a really tight right flipper shot. I think we got the ball. Oh no, there it is. Okay. I was like, did we get the ball stuck? Yeah, the whole pie, me in a nutshell. Georgia, yeah, usually the 2600 versions were different from the computer versions. I mean, the Atari 8-bit home computers were a lot more powerful than the 2600, so they could usually do more faithful conversions of, say, arcade games and things like that. In the case of something like Midnight Magic, you know, is probably much more beefed up on the 8-bit computers, so... Yeah, this is the 9.7 version, Tyler, so that's not gonna be super cheap, but yeah, the regular Last Gladiators, which is what I would recommend you buy, is it's super cheap, either the US or the Japanese version. Not sure what the European version goes for. Please go up that ramp. Oh, look at that. Yeah, so it looks like it's just the right in lane is what lights your next mode. But, I mean, really, the usual way you're going to feed the right in lane is by actually hitting the center ramp. I'm just going to time out the mode. Andy, do you do ever anything other than complaining? I'm just wondering, man. Why don't you enjoy life, Andy, a little bit, you know? Enjoy life, Andy. Have fun. Be positive. Let me do the complaining. Indeed, Tyler, Necronomicon. It was not released in the United States. And it's a great game. Wow, I got another freebie. Bloody Arena 2-ball multi-ball. Let people enjoy things, Andy. If you want to whine about everything, there's plenty of Reddit subreddits you can go to. Reddit subreddits, what? There's plenty of Reddit threads you can go to for that. That's what I meant. PC Midnight Magic is basically a recreation of Black Knight. Yeah. Now I really need to play that. I thought that was Pinball Builder or whatever. Was it Pinball Builder or was it... I didn't realize it was Midnight Magic was a recreation of Black Knight. But I know one of them on computers back in the day were... Oh, no! 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 We had the wizard mode lit. Oh, we're not lit. We were gonna get it lit, and then or 4chan, yeah. All right, Andy, go to 4chan. Yeah, but you've already complained about how Domino's sucks and how you're not going to stay around long because this isn't Pinball Fantasies. This isn't Pinball Fantasies. I don't like this game. I don't like what you're streaming, Austin. I don't like you, Austin. It tastes too generic. Oh, Ronnie. Yeah. I'm trying to get the ball on the right flipper so I can hit that mode shot, and it's extremely difficult. Mainly because I can't hit the right... I always say the right ramp, but I can't hit the ramp to feed the right flipper. Yeah, so I actually... and this isn't a knock at Andy or anything like that. I actually order Domino's a lot because, like Sinful said, when it's steaming, or it's best when it's steaming fresh. And when I eat it, it's usually right out of the oven. And, you know, in that situation, it tastes great to me. The thing is, it's the price as well. It's $6 for a medium pizza. And when I have people over, I just order a handful of Domino's medium pizzas. It feeds the whole place, and it's great for what it is. Or I can go to Papa John's and spend $15 for like the exact same thing. Not really a good value proposition. But it's all relative. Please go to the right flipper. I would like to hit my mode shot. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, your pizza place had a Street Fighter 2. Pinball. No, just Street Fighter. I guess a regular Street Fighter 2. Sorry, whenever I hear Street Fighter 2 now, I always think the pinball machine. Especially since we're playing pinball right now. Just the one thing I wish the nudging worked better. If that was a real machine, I would have been able to save that. None of these are really good options, so I'll take 45-second shield. Like, I don't personally like Little Caesars that much, but I can't really complain because it's cheap. It's $5 for a big-ass pizza. Like, is it my favorite? No, but I'll eat it. I'll eat it. I'll eat any pizza. I'll even eat 7-Eleven pizza. And that stuff is... Yeah, we had a bunch of Little Caesars. We actually had not a bunch, but we had some Little Caesars around here a long time ago, and they all closed. But over the last few years, they've been reopening. We actually have a bunch of Little Caesars around here again. So I don't know what happened with the company, if like they changed like ownership or something like that, or if people just finally decided to start franchising out more. I have no idea how they work. Oh, but Sinful, there is. Spooky Pinball released a Domino's pinball machine last year. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to play it. Oh, that didn't bounce hard enough. Crap. If you're paying $5 for pizza, you're not getting gourmet. Tyler, I already own a bunch of pinball machines. I want to get another Rolling Stones by Stern. I I mean, I don't know. I've owned so many now. It's just kind of like, eh. I mean, I'd like to own more modern Sterns. I'd like to get Metallica, Star Trek, Star Wars. Looks like it's going to be pretty awesome. Mustang, Walking Dead. I want to own a High Roller Casino, Tron, Lord of the Rings. From the 90s, I'd like to own an Addams Family, Attack from Mars. I guess that's about it from then. Yeah. Yay. Hey, Mark. Mark the Shark. How you doing, man? Did I already say hi, Mikio? I think I did. I don't remember. My memory sucks. Well, that's too bad, Tyler. Sterns have the best rule sets. So... they have the best rule sets. The Williams games from the 90s are fantastic, don't get me wrong, but they're usually more simplistic from a rules perspective. There's some exceptions, you know, towards the late 90s. You know, guys like Lyman Sheets, for instance, you know, made some pretty deep games like Attack from Mars, and there was also Medieval Madness, and Monster Bash, I guess, isn't really that deep, but it's got a lot of stuff to do as well. It's very difficult. Yep, I played Black Knight 2000, yeah. I did say hi. Alright, well thanks, Miko. I totally forgot. Alright. Swords of Fury is great if you like to shoot the same shot over and over. Damn it! Andy's rubbed off of me. Now I'm being negative. Thanks, Andy. Yeah, Georgia, it's kind of hard to get in the pinball if you don't have access to it. I mean, I enjoyed pinball a lot as a kid, but thinking back at it now, I never really had much access to it either. It wasn't until late 2010, early 2011 that I ran into a machine locally while I was just out looking for video games. Back when I would go out to Manassas and buy retro games, probably, you know, once every other week or so. And, I ended up finding myself coming back to that same machine, like, every week. It was very addictive, very fun, very new and fresh to me. I mean, there's nothing like a real pinball machine. Digital pinball is one thing, and there's nothing like real pinball. You don't get that same feeling from digital pinball. Well, we missed the arena jackpot. It's okay. Creature's not really that deep either, Tyler. It's one of those games you just end up doing the same thing over and over. Yeah, F14 is fun. Alright, we're gonna try a different table. I wanted to try to get to the wizard mode on all 4 tables, but so maybe we'll come back to Gladiators. Some epic pinball as a kid, South Park every week at the movies, but that's it, yeah. Yes, George, I played South Park. It's actually a pretty fun game. It's not deep either, but it is fun, you know. Some games like that I'll enjoy just because of the theme, and South Park is funny to me, so... Go with 2x playfield. Yeah, South Park was one of Sega's better sellers. Alright, my next mode's lit on the right. There we go, got it. Yep, Sega made pinball. So here's what happened, Sinful. In the mid-80s, Data East Pinball formed. I should say late 80s. By the mid-90s, Sega had acquired Data East Pinball. And then in the late 90s or 2000 or so, Sega sold their pinball division to Gary Stern, who then formed Stern Pinball, which is still around today. However, that entire time from Data East to Sega Pinball to Stern Pinball now, Gary Stern was the head of everything. So basically, you could look at it as Stern Pinball has been around since the mid to late 80s. Starting as Data East Pinball, shifting over to Sega Pinball, and then now Stern Pinball. And they've always been located in Chicago. But yes, for a good 5, 6, 7 years in the 90s, Sega owned the pinball division. Yeah, so Sega made a bunch of pins. I mean, there's stuff like GoldenEye, Baywatch, Frankenstein, Twister, Apollo 13, South Park, Lost in Space. Starship Troopers was a really popular one of theirs. And a few other games. So, Sega Star Wars. Hey, Tony. You should, Ronnie. You know you're always welcome to play some pinball here. Yeah, Apollo 13 also has the quickest multi-ball to drain ever on the pinball machine. You came across a thread on Sega 16, saw an EGM video where a couple of writers are in Japan testing out Mega Man 4. There's footage of the Pharaoh Man mid-boss. Space Shuttle? Yeah, I believe that was Williams. From, it was like, what's the Space Shuttle, like 83 or 84 or something like that? I figured Sega 16 was still busy. Maybe you're thinking of Sega Age, Tony. Like, I don't think anyone posts the Sega Age anymore. Not that really anyone ever did. Which is kind of a shame, but it is what it is. It's kind of hard to start a new Sega forum when there's already one that's well established. Oh, I keep missing my shots. Why am I doing that? That's okay, we were on ball 1. Start lit round. We haven't made that much progress either. We've only gotten through 4... Well, I guess technically we're in our 5th mode. So we're about halfway through. I guess it's not that bad. Yeah, no, Tony, probably not gonna happen, man. I don't travel that far, really, for stuff like that. I mean, if my work schedule was different and I had more money to play with, I probably would, but it's not really worth it for me. I have to work on Sunday nights. It's, you know, if I don't have the whole weekend off, it's really difficult to go out to something that's on the weekend. Well, yeah, they do IFPA tournaments there, pinball tournaments at the Louisville Expo, so I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, I would absolutely love to go to, you know, a show like that. I've been to a couple, but mainly the ones up in Pennsylvania. Hey, Zerto! Oh, why did I do that? Why did I do that? Oh, I still got a ways to go. Ooh, Kiss Pinball. Oh. Ooh. Yeah, that's Major Havoc, you don't have to say anything to me, man. I feel bad just for that first package you sent me. It was so awesome. Yeah, Kiss Pinball is one of those games that probably should never have been released. Like, it clearly wasn't play tested. Oh no! God, I keep doing that. I keep shooting the right scoop on the fly and I keep missing. Well, I guess we have to start over. We were just one mode away from the wizard mode again. Alright, I just want to get to the wizard mode. I don't even care about 2x playfield right now. MT Shark is back. Dude, release Sega Gaga translated on smartphone. That's interesting. Never thought I'd see that. Million Grail. Interesting. Wow, I actually backhanded the ramp. That's pretty cool. Yeah, you should do that, Andy. But make sure you don't come back until it's just spick and span, alright? Might need to floss too. So this table has some extra modes and things that I'm not seeing on other tables. Like, the ramp is just lit for points, but I wasn't even in a mode. That's weird. Or maybe it was just messing up, like, the soundtrack. No, because the ramp's lit again. Simple and Ronnie are both winning in my book. Alright, my monster drink is gone. Oh look, there's a round called Save Princess. Maybe I'm actually saving Andy. Save Andy! Return to the castle to save Andy. Save Andy again. Right on, Major Havoc. Andy has been rescued. Ah, no kickback. It's okay. I'll go with Super Jets. Super Jets means the pop bumpers are worth more. But the pop bumpers are oftentimes referred to as jets. At least back in the Williams days, that's what they called them. Stern doesn't call them jets anymore. Or I should say they don't refer to Super Pops as Super Jets anymore. Alright, shooting that ramp to light our next mode, and then I feed the left scoop, which feeds my left flipper, and then I try to hit the right scoop. And I bricked it and drained. If you brick that shot on the fly, you just instant drain guaranteed, it seems. Oh, that was close. I'm gonna go ahead and play our multi-ball. No, Zerdo. I think she said she's probably not gonna be tuning in for a few weeks. And that was Cat and Caboodle that is gonna be out of commission. Trying to hit that jackpot, but I can't hit it. There we go. So you basically have to hit the left ramp, then the center jackpot shot, and then you have to spell Rose on the playfield. So you need to hit both scoops, the left ramp, and the main lock shot. And then after that, the super jackpot lights on the lock shot. I need to hit that left scoop, and it's not going to happen. That was close, too. Alright, can we hit this? This will actually give us an extra ball if we can. And I brick it. That was close. Let's try it again. Got it. Alright, you know what, game? You know what? No, I don't want to battle again. So that table can be really frustrating because, like, you'll get the ball in the left flipper and you can't do anything. And you can't, like, post pass, so you can't bounce the ball from the left flipper to the right like you can on a lot of real machines, or even some digital simulations. So you have to basically just flip up and hope the ball lands on the right flipper in order to light your next mode. So, really, I like that table a lot, but I also hate it at the same time. Sort of a love-hate relationship with that one. So, alright, so we're going to try a different table. I mean, I got to where the wizard mode was basically ready twice in a row, so I'm not even going to bother trying it again. But we will go back to... I don't know. Let's just do Dragon Showdown. We'll just go from there.
Be ready for battle. We'll conquer.
Alright. Alright, definitely doing super kickback. Trying to find where the shot is. And it's not there, apparently. Whoa. Why can't there be a Metal Slug pinball machine? I don't know. I don't think Metal Slug would work very well as a pinball machine. That's just me. I mean, it's like you don't really have many call-outs or things like that in Metal Slug. Like, you got the weapon names and things like that, and I'll see you in hell, and that's about it. So, like, I don't think Metal Slug would actually work too well as a pinball machine. No, something with, like, I don't know. Some people said that, you know, something like a Halo pinball machine would work really well with all, like, the voices and stuff like that in the games they could pull from. Alright, see, I don't remember how to light my next mode. It's either one of the ramps. It's not the right ramp, because I already did... It's probably the right inlane again, just like the other tables. Let's see. Is it? Yep, sure enough it is. So this is what I was talking about earlier, where how, like... You know... Kaze had great ideas, but their downside was... in their table designs, was that they just regurgitate the same rule sets across all the available tables. So you get different audio and you know, layouts, but the rules are kind of the same. It's like, just pick your favorite table and just keep playing that. So for me, I like playing Warlock the most. I like comboing the ramps back and forth and things like that. Rise, Wind, and Thunder. Andy, I thought you didn't like this game. Why did you come back? I mean, like, don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to, like, give you nightmares from making you watch a game you don't like. You know, we would all like the princess to sleep well tonight. Ah, drained again.
We're invincible. Satellite warriors.
A Mass Effect pinball might have some cool things. Metal Gear Solid pinball would probably work. It probably would, actually. Oops. A Sonic pinball actually would have worked pretty well. I mean, they could have had some really cool ramps and things like that. And it's actually kind of surprising that Sega Pinball didn't use Sonic. Yeah, it's kind of surprising to me. Yeah, there's 2 Mario pinball machines, but they're not very good. Like, if Stern made a Mario pinball today, it could potentially be awesome. So... So admittedly, some of these modes actually do work better on, you know, some tables versus others. Like, this combo mode works better on this table than it does on, like, Gladiators, where there's not really much you can hit on Gladiators. Final Fantasy X pinball. No, Sinful. No one wants to play a pinball machine where the main character is a dude that sounds like a chick. Thunderballs, huh? Really wish you could just post pass in this game. This would eradicate a lot of the issues I have with the game. That's one of the reasons I like playing Warlock the most, because when I need to get the ball on the other flipper, I just hit a ramp and it just crosses over to the other flipper. I mean, for something like Final Fantasy, Georgia, I wouldn't see them ever making, like, a machine based on a specific Final Fantasy. Now, if they made a machine based on, like, all the Final Fantasies, or a handful of them, then that would be one thing. That would be another thing, I mean. Yep, there is a Walking Dead table from Stern, and it's pretty awesome. How about we don't shoot the samurai at targets? I was trying to get control and I just kept bouncing. Let's see. Patchouli Pinball. Alright, more multi-ball. And that's it for that multi-ball. Hey, Brandon, how you doing, man? Michael Mackerts. Alright, this is just a rant-based mode. Dead. Oh. Had ball save, that's good. Doing good. Awesome, man. More ball save. I don't know why ball save is active, but I'll take it. Oh, I double flipped. That would have been fine if I didn't flip the left flipper. Oh, this is aggravating. Yeah, let me check something real quick. Ugh. Yeah, actually, Brandon did change his pick. I like the new pick more. Nice, Brandon. Tony needs to change his pick too. Alright, let me check something real quick. Alright. Well. I was gonna see about maybe giving you guys a bonus pinball game on Saturn, but I don't have any other pinball games right now, so we'll just jump right back into another table. We'll go back to Gladiators. StarCraft, that would work. I like that idea, Zerto.
We who are about to die salute you.
And yeah, I still agree that Mario could work. There's so many different Mario games they could draw from to create unique modes and things like that, and then the tubes and stuff. Dragon Ball, yeah, that would work. Although I'm not familiar with Dragon Ball personally. Daft Punk and Kraftwerk. Maybe. I know that their music pins have really worked well with rock and metal, but I'm not sure how well it would work like an electronic artist. Like, especially like Daft Punk or Kraftwerk. I don't know, the stuff needs to be really energetic for pinball. But I'm also not super familiar with Daft Punk's and Kraftwerk's work. Kraftwerk's work. Ronnie got Marco's pizza apparently, and Brandon has peanut butter Oreos. Oh jeez. Alright, we're gonna do super kickback. Yeah, Tony, it's not going to show up for me until I refresh as well. And sometimes it takes a little while for it to actually reflect on Google's end. Alright, so I don't want to shoot those drop targets. I just want to hold the ball and see what happens. See if I can hit that ramp again once we're done. That's out. So you can't really live catch in this game either. So live catching is where, like, you basically just catch the ball as it comes down into the flipper. You just flip and the ball just stops like dead in its tracks. That's live catching. And you can't really do that in this, which sucks. Every time I try to live catch, the ball just flies right back up the playfield. Hey, sorry to hear that, Georgia. I hate having connection issues. It's one of the most frustrating things with computers. I don't even know what I should do here. Wow, I'm getting some really bad bounces. Alright, I don't really want this mode either. So what I want to do is just start that multi-ball. There we go. And then I'm going to hit that far left scoop to get my extra ball, which is still lit. Oh, nice, Brandon. Their new album's coming out soon, I found out, Brandon. And that's out. Those would be Belgian waffles. Not German waffles.
Bloody arena.
But Zerto, what are the waffles in Germany like? Tell us. The bigger the waffle, the better, says Brandon. This is Michael. That's out. Hey, Sinful, cardio's good. Have to hit that ramp to light my next mode. But there we go, got it. Alright, I'm just gonna time this out too. Because when you're in a mode, hitting the right in lane doesn't light your next mode until you're out of the mode. So now I want the mode to end, then hit the right ramp. And of course I bricked it. Well, Brandon, if you're working out now, you're gonna have to start laying off those chocolate Oreo cookies. Or is it peanut butter Oreo? Whatever you said. Working out's great, but you won't lose the fat without doing making some other changes. And I've got to cut out a lot of stuff myself. German beer is great. I agree.
Roman triumph.
Deep fried Oreos? I can't say I've ever had that. Sounds delicious though. No, don't. I knew that was gonna drain. The predictable physics can bite you in the ass in this game because not only can you make the same shots over and over in the same kind of way every time, but you can also drain in the same kind of way every time, so you can see it coming from a mile away. This music sounds like Star Wars music. Stella Artois. No! Why? Ah, God! Jeez, man. No, I don't want to battle again.
Glory awaits you.
That was like the third or fourth time that's happened. All the modes done. And then a stupid drain happens. Oh, this game's aggravating me. Oh, it's aggravating me so bad. Alright, we're going to play the Necronomicon demo. And I'll show you the Necronomicon demo. Unfortunately, it doesn't last very long, so... I don't think it's even in the options. Yeah. Press A, Z, and start at the same time to access the demo. I actually wish I still had my copy of Necronomicon, because I would play it right now. So they only give you three, sorry, they only give you one table in this demo. And it's a limit. Is it timed, or is it based on how many modes you get? I don't remember. And it basically just gives you, I guess multi-ball's lit right away, and then I think when you're done with multi-ball, it just goes away, or the demo ends. No, it's not even playing the multi-ball music. Interesting. Talk about a really stripped-down demo. Yeah, the multi-ball music's playing now, but I think it's still the same track. So I think they made a custom track just for this demo. Yeah, now on sale! Necronomicon. Well, I don't think it's still on sale, but... Hey, no problem, Sinful. Take care, man. It's always good to see you, dude. Ugh. Hope to see you again, Sin. I'm trying to figure out what else to freaking play. I mean, I was just gonna play Last Gladiators, but I'm actually already kind of bored of it. Let's see where this takes us. Oh, that's not where I wanted it to take us. Alright, here you go, guys. For anyone that hasn't seen the Sega Saturn... Sega Saturn music player,
It's time for the real champion to rise. Empire. Bloody arena. Gladiator show. In your hands is my kingdom's salvation. You must defeat darkness.
There's some fun little options you can play around with. I totally forgot about. And then you can watch a spaceship fly around. Oh yeah. I think we lost the ship. Or the ship got lost. Oh, there it is. Alright. It's back. It'd be cool if they threw in some different options. Had some other, like, flying objects. Yeah, I've always liked the Saturn CD player. I actually used to use it a lot back in the day when, you know, CDs were the primary means for listening to music. And if I wanted to, I can... This is where you would actually do your memory manager. So if you had some system memory, like here's Last Gladiators. I don't have anything because the battery just, it's pretty much dead. So I'll lose everything when I reset the system. But that's why I have an action replay in. So if I really wanted to, I could reset it and back it up to the action replay. Hey, later Major Havoc. Star Trek and... What? That makes no sense, Brandon. Star Trek in space. Star Trek is in space. Here, we'll do this. We'll do this for Zerto. Oh god, I don't even know what it's saying. Back to English. Man, this is just the stuff you can set in, you know, when your battery's dead, this will pop up when you first start up the system regardless. But you can actually change it to certain days, and in certain games, like Christmas nights, for instance, it'll give you different themes in-game based on the date and time setting. So that's pretty cool. I wonder what the button labels option is. Oh, maybe that's for like stop and play and things like that. Maybe stop and let's test it. Because on the controller itself, it actually has different like indentations. So like X is repeat, Y is stop on the CD player, Z is play and pause, L and R are back and forward. No, so does the same thing. I have no idea what that means. Alright, I'm going to reset the system. Yeah, I really wish I had some other pinball games right now to show you guys. I mean, I have some on PS1, but I'm not gonna hook the PS1 up. I'll probably just end up ending the stream early. Yeah, I've got True Pinball on PS1. Yeah, I don't really feel like hooking up the PS1. Yeah, that would be really cool, Ronnie. Twitch stream tonight? I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Tony. Zip it. You do this every week, man. Play this, play that! You know me better than that, Tony. Yeah, Ronnie, I really don't know what I'm gonna do tonight. I got that Spider-Man home pinball machine. I thought about trying to mess around with it, like tweak it and whatnot, but I don't even know if there's really much to tweak. I don't know. I'm just, I'm really kind of out of it today, actually, because, like, yesterday when I picked up the Spider-Man pinball machine, I was up for, like, 24 hours. So I worked a 10-hour shift at work, then I had to come home from work and do my Buffalo pinball stream, then I had to wait for the machine, the Spider-Man machine, to get delivered to me, and then I had to obviously bring it from my mom's house to my house and set it up, and after it was all said and done, I was up for an entire day, 24 hours, and my body is still kind of like recouping from that. I slept like 10 hours. I came home, actually it was 10 hours. I went to bed around 9:30, then woke up at 7, and I would have kept sleeping, but my alarm went off. So I'm still really drowsy right now. Alright, Georgia. Don't make me smack you and Tony. I'm gonna reach through that monitor and smack you guys upside the head. Tony saw me play Virtua Cop last week. We actually did play Virtua Cop on stream last week. Oh, what the hell, man? Wayne doesn't normally stream on Thursdays, Ronnie, right? Wow. Alright, we're just going to... try this again. Wayne will sometimes have his non-regular weekday stream. Okay. Ronnie, I mean, if he does go live, tell him to message me on Facebook, because I'm probably not going to stream on Twitch either. I'm probably going to end this stream in a little bit, and then I'm just going to hang out by myself tonight just to recoup. And if he streams, I'll tune in on the Xbox and hook up a keyboard and I can type to you guys. But yeah, Wayne did actually, I added him on Facebook, so he can just hit me up personally if he goes live, but just give him a heads up, Ronnie, that he can just message me and let me know he's live tonight on Facebook. I would like to tune in if he does stream. Yeah, so I will probably stream on Twitch tomorrow, but I got an invite actually from a friend right as I started this stream that he's doing an open house tomorrow night for pinball. So I'm gonna go over to his house tomorrow night. So I'll probably be there for a few hours. It's always a good time. He's got a ton of machines and a ton of arcade cabs too, mostly classic arcade stuff. Ah! Awful. There actually was a third Virtual Cop, Brandon, and it was, I think it was released on the arcade hardware. It's based on the Xbox, the Chihiro or whatever. Actually, maybe it was before that. It was just never ported to a home console. Although I thought someone actually managed to get it working on an original Xbox. Yeah, Sega Chihiro cabinet. Chihiro? I don't know how to pronounce that. A port for Xbox was planned, but cancelled. The next Machina? What is that, Zerto? Oh, it's a game. Yeah. Yeah, no idea, Zerto. I've never seen it. I had no idea what it was until you mentioned it. Oh my god. Alright, never mind. I get some comments on my YouTube channel where when I when I get them in a very specific mood, I just get irritated. Like, seriously, people. This is 2017. Like, And the dude starts the comment off with, "I need a really quick reply, please." Like, if you wanted a quick reply, search for it yourself. Don't leave it on someone's random video. Not everybody responds to comments right away. If ever. Some people don't. People, man, I tell you. People. People. So the guy asks, "Can I hook this controller up to a computer? Is it USB?" And it's in regards to a video where I'm playing an NES game with a quick-shot joystick. It's like, dude, no, NES controllers are really, really old. They will not work on a new computer. I didn't mention you can get converters, but it's really something he should have just Googled himself. Oh, I know the feeling, Mark. I know the feeling. Yeah, sometimes I get backed up from responding to comments, too. Sometimes I have to, like, step away and just step back and be like, okay, don't say anything, Austin. You're gonna make yourself look like a jackass. Which I kind of just did. I just posted that, "Let me Google that for you," link to him. It's like, yes, I know the answer, but, and I like, if you genuinely want help, like, you know, I can try to help you, but if you're the kind of person that's just, you're just leaving, like, you're a stranger to the channel, and you're asking for something that's very simple that could have been searched in 2 seconds, then I don't know, maybe if he presented himself a little bit better, like, I wouldn't be irritated by it. Maybe if he, like, if he worded his question in the beginning as, "Oh, hey, is it possible to use NES controllers on a PC?" Okay, I would have been like, "Oh, yeah, you can get a converter of some kind or blah, 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 and that would work for you." But he was just like, "I need you to answer this now." Is this USB? Like, really, dude? Really? Do you not want to know? Do you not know what a Nintendo Entertainment System is? You do see the game I'm playing, right? So yeah, like, how I respond to comments, or what I think about certain comments, also depends on how the comment itself is actually phrased. Just like if someone walked up to you in person and asked you a question, you know, I'll either come off as nice or a complete dick to the person, depending on how their question was phrased, you know? And I don't like coming off as a dick, but I mean, if you don't stop and think about what you're saying before you say it to someone, especially a stranger, you know, it's one thing when you're just talking to your friends, you guys kind of understand how, you know, your chemistry works, you know, how you guys bounce off one another. That's one thing. But when you're talking to a complete stranger, and Ronnie can vouch for this too, he's worked plenty of retail and things like that. And he's complained about retail and things like that, so I know he relates. If you're gonna talk to a stranger, whether it's in person or whether it's a YouTube comment, think about what you say first before you say it. Yay! I'm terrible right now. I am just doing absolutely awful. Three, 2, 1. I'm gonna do it again. Brandon got a comment that asks, "Did your amp turn on?" Hey, Metal Fan. Yeah, I have no idea what decade he's from. I mean, it's a legitimate question if you've never seen a Nintendo Entertainment System before, but maybe your question should be, what is a Nintendo Entertainment System? But even then, I don't know, you should just Google it yourself. Ronnie. Alright, we're gonna rise the jackpot. Alright, I don't even care about getting into the wizard mode now. I'm just gonna get lots of points. Although technically getting into the wizard mode would give me lots of points. Yeah, Ronnie, I had the same kind of question actually a couple weeks ago. I just went in the Giant and I was walking to the alcohol aisle, and some lady, I think, asks me like, "Are these prices? Are these the correct prices?" And I'm like, I just looked down at myself, and I'm like, "Lady, I don't work here," and I just kept walking off. Like, I've gotten that question so many times. Not just, like, are these prices correct, or things like that, or like, oh, sir, can you help me with this item? And I'm like, I don't work here. Like, why are you asking me this? I don't ask random people in stores for help. I ask associates at work at the store for help. It's just some people just don't have common sense. Maybe it's like my persona, like, because I've worked in lots of retail, like, maybe I walk around with that look like like I'm working retail or something. I have no idea. I don't know what that look is. But it's aggravating. Stop asking me if I work in retail, people. Or if I work at the store I'm in. And if I'm not wearing a uniform or a name tag, I probably don't work there. Just a concept. Just a concept. I was just wearing like a normal t-shirt. I think it was one of my pinball shirts too. Like, Rant-tastic. Oh, Oh, that's great, Brandon. So Brandon works in retail. It's funny when people ask him where the bathroom is, because his department's literally next to the sign that says bathrooms. Yeah, I would like to do the same, Mark. But I'm not usually that like witty and responsive on the fly, like in person. No, Tony, it's fake chocolate. Where's the vodka? In the aisle that says vodka. Actually, the funny thing about vodka is it probably takes up half the freaking store, so I mean, just look for the side of the store that has, like, clear liquid on it in every single bottle. That's the vodka aisle. Yeah, Ronnie, it'll be interesting to hear your thoughts on your post office job. Ronnie just got hired at the U.S. Postal Service, and I think you start Monday? It'll be interesting to hear your thoughts on that job versus the ABC customer service job. You'll print. Oh, that's actually a good one, Mark. Oh, dude, I should do that. Be like, no, we have a larger selection down this way. If you follow me, I'll show you. And then you get to the aisle and it'll be like, I could have sworn it was down here. Let's keep going this way. And then just like maybe run into an actual associate and be like, yeah, sir, I don't work here. Can you help this person? I did all I could to help them. Miku's Patchouli's #1 fan. I am not Patchouli's #1 fan right now. She did some things that really aggravated me today. I was like, bad girl. And I always feel bad when I have to tell her that, but... Oh wow, Ronnie, that's actually kind of messed up, but if they like repeatedly don't tip, yeah, I could kind of understand it. I mean, that's how your associates make their money. Like if you how I look at it is, if you don't want to tip, order pickup. You just go to the store, you pick it up, and then call it a day. You don't tip when you go to the store. So, but I mean, if you're gonna have someone drive their ass out and deliver you pizza, you better damn well tip them. It's not that complex. Where did you order your pizza from, Tony? God, man. I swear, if you shoot that left orbit, it's always a death shot when it goes to the pops. And I wasn't trying to hit it. I'm trying to hit the left vertical up kicker, which will start my multi-ball. There we go. Hey, see ya, Brennan. Take care, man. Thanks for hanging out as always, Brandon. There we go. Just trying to get that extra ball. Oops. Oh, come on, man. Come on.
Now I'm coming for you. You better be ready for me.
Mr. Pink didn't believe in tipping. Hey, see ya, Mark. Take care, man. This mode is kind of broken. I like it. Alright, wizard mode. Jeez. I was worried I was gonna drain on the last one again. Seems to be the running trend. Get the wizard mode lit, then drain, get a game over. And that was a crappy wizard mode. I think I only got like 300 something million from it. Dude in the game sounds like Zordon. He actually does a little bit. It said Million Grail is ready, and I hit it, but nothing happened. That's it. Game over. Alright. That's a good time to quit. That is a good time to quit. I'll hit start just so we have some music in the background still. But yeah, I think I'm gonna head out, guys. Yeah, I kind of wanted this to be a short stream tonight, but I was hoping the game would keep my attention a little bit longer than like an hour and a half, but so yeah, I'm gonna head out. Yeah. What is it? It's 11:30. Yeah, thanks for hanging out, guys. I appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed this. I know it's a little bit different than what I normally do. My pinball stuff is not very popular on this channel. You know, and I don't blame people. I mean, it's kind of sad because pinball is really freaking awesome. You know, my digital pinball videos do the worst out of like everything on my channel here. But yeah, I wanted to play some Last Gladiators tonight, and it's a video game, so I stream it here. Yeah, this is a great pinball game. I mean, it can be frustrating, but it's also not expensive. I know there's a lot of real collectors out there, and if you know, if you want the real deal, it's a $5 or $10 game, either US or Japanese version. Again, we were playing the 9.7 version, which is the re-released, which is actually much less common. They're not that expensive. They're like $30 or $40, $50, I think, versus the $5 or $10 original release. I mean, if you're more of like a rare collector, then the 9.7 version is a good one to get, because it's good, but it's also collectible, whereas the original release isn't very collectible. But if you're a budget gamer, then the original release is definitely the way to go, and I highly recommend it. So, I mean, and the original game came out in 1995. If you're playing it on like an old CRT, it looks phenomenal. It's just a beautiful looking game on a CRT. Everything is just super crisp, because it's one of the few games from that generation that was in high res the entire time. One of the few 2D games in particular that was in high res the whole time. So, hey, thank you, Metal Fan 81. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Likewise, Zerdo. I'm sure I'll see you over at Twitch. Yeah, I don't even know what I'm going to do. I'll probably crack open a beer and put on some music and try to mess around with my new pinball machine. Well, BC, if you're just tuning in now, now's kind of a bad time. I'm actually leaving, so this is a short stream tonight. If I had more pinball games, I would probably keep streaming, but I don't feel like hooking up a different console, so... Later, Georgia. Thank you for watching. And thank everyone else out there for watching, whether you're watching the live broadcast or if you're watching the archive. I hope you guys continue to enjoy the content. Feel free to drop a comment below when the video's in its archived state. And, yeah. Well, BC, if you just tuned in, then I'm sorry, but I still appreciate you checking in anyway. Yeah, not sure what I'm going to stream next week, and there's a slight possibility I might take off a week. Let's see. I might take off July 13th. Because I'm going to be on vacation from the 9th through the 15th, and I'm thinking about just like stopping anything that's like kind of work related. So I'm not going to do the Buffalo stream that week. I'm not going to, thinking about maybe not doing the YouTube stream either. Just like really just relaxing the whole week. We'll see. So yep, absolutely, Georgia. They're always here Thursdays at 9 p.m. And on Twitch, it's, yeah, pretty much random times. So, but yeah, if you guys want to see me stream more often, if you want to hang out, and not be a negative Nancy the entire time, you know, feel free to check me out over at Twitch. And links are always in the description boxes below, along with other places you guys can find me, you know, like Facebook and Twitter and stuff like that. And Patreon, there's that Patreon thing. So BC, no. I've been streaming at 9 p.m. For a while now. I mean, probably at least 4 or 5 months. I know when I started streaming on YouTube, it was, I usually started around 8, and then I moved it up to 9 just because it was a lot easier for me to prepare for. Because I work overnight. I get home from my last day of work on Thursday morning, and so I had to sleep eventually. I found that pushing it back to 9 p.m. was better for me. So if you see me stream on Twitch, there are times I come home from work and I stream in the morning. So for those of you guys on the other side of the world, you might want to check me out over there, because there'll be some nights where, again, or some mornings where I stream, and so, you know, morning for me is nighttime for you, or some people anyway. So alrighty, guys, I'm out. I am out. So thanks once again for hanging out. Hope you guys enjoy Last Gladiators Pinball. I've also got some Let's Plays on this too, actually, if you want to see more dedicated gameplay footage on it. I also have a Let's Play of Necronomicon. So if you just search for Pinball on my channel, you'll see a bunch of digital pinball, like Let's Plays and things like that. I also have my pinball YouTube channel, so if you want to see real pinball, check the description. My pinball link is in there as well, so feel free to check that out. So, but alright, guys, take care. You have a good night. I hope you all sleep well, and hopefully I'll see you guys next week.